Greetings and welcome to the Astronomy Picture of the Day podcast. Today's picture for December 9th of 2024 is titled Pleiades, the Seven Sisters Star Cluster. So what do we see here? Well, here we see a prominent cluster of stars visible in the sky. Now the Pleiades are located in the constellation of Taurus, the bull, and they are actually easily visible to the naked eye. And we can see them here in a much deeper image taken for a long period of time. In fact, 23 hours worth of exposure put together to bring out all of the details and to see the stars, not just the primary stars of the Pleiades, of which there are 6 that are generally visible to the unaided eye. So if there are only 6 stars visible, why is it called the Seven Sisters? Well, we don't really know for sure, but possibly it was that there was a brighter star that had faded. So it might have been visible in earlier times when the Pleiades were named, and then since has faded, no longer as visible. And of course, the actual number that you can actually see really depends on how dark the location is, how good your eyesight is to be able to pick out some of those stars. But the whole thing is what we call an open star cluster. And that is a star cluster which formed together and is slowly spreading out over time. So the Pleiades will not remain as a star cluster over hundreds of millions of years. They slowly spread out and dissipate out into the general stars of the Milky Way. So what we see as the cluster today will not be seen as a cluster a long time from now. However, for our lives, it will still look exactly the same as it does today. Now the dust is actually a dust cloud in space that the Pleiades star cluster happens to be moving through. So it's in the process of moving through this dust and therefore illuminates it. And the blue color that we see is caused by light from those stars being scattered off of the dust grains. This causes what we call a reflection nebula. And that is scattering of light off of the dust grains around those hot stars. So we can see how prominent it is near the brighter stars. And as you get further away, the dust just looks like a darker area. Now the dust overall, while when near bright stars will look blue, normally does 2 things. It tends to make stars look fainter than they otherwise would by blocking out some of their light. And it also tends to make the stars look redder. And that's because the dust is better able to scatter the blue light. So it comes from all directions, whereas the red light will come straight through. So a star seen through a lot of dust will appear to be a lot redder than it would be otherwise. So that was our picture of the day for December 9th of 2024. It was titled Pleiades, the Seven Sisters Star Cluster. We'll be back again tomorrow for the next picture, previewed to be wooden meteors. So we'll see what that is about tomorrow. And until then, have a great day, everyone. And I will see you in class.